Right. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. We can hear you.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. It is pleasure to hear that kind of powerful voice right at the very beginning. Otherwise, who are leaving comments to the comment section, right? Saying good evening, but it's better to switch on your mic and say good evening, right? Okay. Then today we're going to continue the session that we discussed in yesterday under the computer software and operating system lesson, right? So yesterday we discussed about the what is software, right? I think I'm not going to ask about what is software. So I think you well know about the software, right? Those are a set of programs and set of instructions which designed to perform a well-defined function, right? And we can divide softwares into two parts, system software and the application software. I am remembering those things since there may be some students who log in to the session for today, right? And system software are the software that's going to control the hardware and provides platform for the other softwares, right? Simply, we can call system software as the foundation of the other software, right? And application software are the software which perform a specific task for the user to solve a specific problem, right? Like Microsoft Office package, right? And the multimedia softwares and other educational softwares, right? Likewise, there are so many application software that you can find inside your machine as well as your mobile phone, right? Okay. We discussed about those things. What are the system software and what are the types, right? Importance of the system software, right? You learned those things in yesterday, right? Compilers, interpreters, assemblers, and how they work and what are the duties under the system software of these softwares and the features of system software. And you learned about some examples regarding the system software, right? And application software, right? So those are the apps simply you can find inside your machines, right? Once you go into, if it is a mobile phone, you can go to the Play Store or Apple Store, then you can download several application software based on your purposes, as well as when it's come to the machines, right? Laptops, desktops, and the tablets, right? Likewise, you can download any kind of softwares to perform several specific tasks, right? So then these are the application software's features, right? And today I will teach you some short keys, right, regarding the use of application software, right? And also we discussed about the operating system in yesterday, right? Operating system means it's kind of or the type of a system software and it's going to create an interface in between user and the computer or simply hard drives, right? Operating system එක තමයි අපිට interface එකක් හදලා දෙන්නේ hard drives වලට සහ අපිට users වලට පරිශීලකයාට පරිගණකයාත් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්න. And also operating systems are going to perform several tasks inside the machine. Without operating system, we can't install any other kind of application software. Since operating systems are the backbone of the softwares inside the computer system, right? Okay. And we discussed about several examples under the operating system, right? As well as we learn about several types of operating system. Only operating systems that we know is Windows or the iOS or Mac OS or Android, right? You are working on those operating systems, but in the society, right, in the computer technology, you can understand or you can find out several operating systems which are used to perform several tasks, right, based on the user performance or based on the user expectations, right? There are so many operating systems that we can identify inside the computer technology, right? Okay. පොඩි රික්වෙස්ට් එකක් තියෙනවා සිංහලෙන් කියන්න කියලා, right? Okay. අපි ඊයේ කතා කරේ operating system ගැන. operating system වලට සිංහලෙන් කියන්නේ අපි මෙහෙයුම් පද්ධති මුදුකාංග කියලා. right? අපි operating system වලට කතා කරන්න කලින් අපි කතා කරා මොනවද softwares කියන්නේ? softwares types කීයක් තියෙනවද? අපි basically types දෙකක් කතා කරා, right? මම සිංහලෙන් කියලා දෙන්නම් පුතේ. හැබැයි හොඳම දේ තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඩිප්ලෝමා එක ඇතුලේ ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් තමයි පේපර් එක ලියන්න ඕනි. So it's better to remember the English words, right? Okay, system software සහ application software කියලා අපි software mainly parts දෙකකට divide කරගත්තා. System software කිව්වේ පද්ධති මුදුකාංග වලට, application software කිව්වේ අපි යෙදවුම් මුදුකාංග වලට. යෙදවුම් කියන එකෙන්ම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අදහස් එනවා මොනවද මේ යෙදවුම් මුදුකාංග කියන්නේ කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි මොකක් හරි අපේ purpose එකකට තමයි යෙදවුම් මුදුකාංග පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. Simply those are application softwares, right? Okay, give me a time. right. එතකොට අපි software ගැන මේ විදිහට කතා කරා application software සහ system software ගැන. එතකොට system software යටතේ එන්නේ අපි කතා කරන basic පද්ධති මුදුකාංග ටික මොනවාද එන්නේ? antivirus softwares, backup softwares and the other firmwares, right? ඊළඟට compilers, interpreters, such kind of utility softwares, we can categorize them under the utility softwares, upayogita mudukanga, right? And the file managers, right? මෙන්න මේගොල්ලෝ තමයි system software යටතට එන්නේ. Basically operating system come under the system software, right? එතකොට OS එක කියන්නේ system software යටතේ එන මුදුකාංගයක් වර්ගයක්, right? And application software අපි examples ගොඩක් කතා කරා. office package එකම application software යටතට තමයි අයිති වෙන්නේ. එතකොට office package එක යටතේ තියෙනවා Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access මේ හැමදේම. right? ඊට අමතරව අපි අපේ educational purpose වලට use කරන software, right? Zoom කියන්නේ application software එකක්. right? ඔය විදිහට අපි application software types ගණනාවක් ගැන කතා කරා. හරි? right. ඊළඟට අපි move උනේ operating system එකට. මොකද්ද මෙහෙයුම් පද්ධතියක් කියන්නේ සහ මොනවාද එයාගේ කාර්යයන් කියන්නේ? අපි කාර්යයන් ගැන in detail ඉගෙන ගත්තේ නැහැ. හැබැයි මේ දේවල් මොනවාද කියන එක ගැන අපි කතා කරා. right? Then we move to learn about types of operating system. ඒ ටික තමයි දැන් අපි මේ කතා කර ඉන්නේ. right? First one is single user, single tasking operating system. ඒ කියන්නේ තනි user කෙනයි right පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. එක task එකක් තමයි එක time එකක් ඇතුලේ complete කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? These kind of operating systems we called as single user, single tasking operating systems. Right? Simple example is MS-DOS. Those operating systems used in early machines. Right? දැන් අපි මේ operating systems use කරන්නේ. right? ගොඩක් මුල්ම පරිගණක පරම්පරාව නැත්නම් මුලින්ම ආපු පරිගණක වල තමයි MS-DOS operating system එක වැඩ කරේ. MS කියන්නේ Microsoft කියන එක, DOS කියලා කියන්නේ Microsoft disk operating system කියන එක. right? And the second type we learn about single user multitasking. එක user කෙනයි වැඩ ගොඩක් කරනවා. හරියට මේ අපි එදිනදා පාවිච්චි කරන machines, laptops, desktop or your mobile phone, right? තනි user කෙනයි. හැබැයි task ගොඩක් අපිට එක time එකක් ඇතුලේ complete කරන්න පුළුවන්. And multitasking, multi-user, right? Users ලා ගොඩක් පාවිච්චි කරන operating systems. We can give privileges to specific user on the one operating system, right? Then the other types, we learn about 9 types of operating systems, right? These are the other 3: real-time, network operating, and the mobile operating systems, right? තත්ත්වකාල operating systems, real time කියන්නේ එකයි. තත්ත්වකාල මෙහෙයුම් පද්ධති, right? ඒ කියන්නේ සරලව ගත්තොත් ATM machines වගේ use කරන්නේ real time operating system, right? And network operating system we used for network purposes, like server computers are using network operating system do the networking operations, right? Mobile operating systems like Android, macOS, BlackBerry, right? These are come under the mobile operating system, right? Okay. Then we discuss about embedded operating system and the mainframe operating system and cloud operating system, right? These 9 types of operating systems we discussed in yesterday class, right? So I remember those things to continue the today's session, right? හරි. ඔන්න ඔය ටික තමයි අපි ඊයේ දවස් ඇතුලේ කතා කරේ, right? ඊළඟට අපි move වෙන්න යන්නේ. අද අපි කතා කරන්න යන්නේ මේ operating system එක ගැන තව දුරටත් වැඩි විස්තර පිළිබඳව පොඩි ගවේෂණයක් කරන්න යන්නේ. right? හරි. Okay. Let's move on. Operating system. It's an program that acts as an interface between the user and the computer hardware, and it controls the execution of all kinds of programs. Right? අපි simply operating system එකක් කියන එක අදහස් කරනවා interface එකක් කියලා. මම ඊයේ කියලා දුන්න මේ දේවල් ටික. right? අපි බාහිර පුද්ගලයන් විදිහට අපි සම්බන්ධ වෙනවා machine එකත් එක්ක. machine එකේ already තියෙනවා එයාට අදාළ වෙච්ච devices hardware විදිහට. right? මෙන්න මේ hardware සහ අපිව එකිනෙකට combine කරලා අපිට මේ විදිහේ ලස්සන interface එකක් දීලා අපිට වැඩ කරන්න පහසු කරන්නේ මෙන්න මේ operating system එක. හරි? right. Between the user and the computer hardware, and it controls the execution of all kind of programs. Machine එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන හැම program එකකම executions පාලනය කරන එක operating system එකේ කාර්යයක් විදිහට සැලකනවා. Right? Okay. Let's see the internal structure of the operating system. This is the structure, right? There are several users, right? Inside the machine. Right? Here you can see number of users can be there. If it is one user, what is the type of operating system? If there is a one user. Okay, I will use another one. One user, multitasking. If it's a single user multitasking, which is the type of operating system? What is the type? ඔයගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන්න ඕනේ හරි නැත්නම් මේක බෝරින් වෙනවනේ මමත් කියවනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ අහන් ඉන්නවා right පැය දෙකක් විතර ඉඳගෙන right එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ වෙන වැඩ right it doesn't matter right චුට්ටක් කතා කරොත් තමයි ඒක අපිට ලේසි වෙන්නේ continue කරගෙන යන්න right if it is a single user multitasking operating system that's the type right මට type එක කියුණා එක user කෙනෙක් task ගොඩක් එකවර කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් අපි කියනවා it's a multitasking නැත්නම් single user multitask operating system. In this system it's having several users. That means it's a multi-user operating system. right මේ තියෙන structure එක right එතකොට මෙතන තියෙනවා මුලින්ම we have several operating system as an example CPU, RAM and IO devices, right? What does mean by RAM? What is the RAM? මොකද RAM එක කියන්නේ?
Random access memory.
Yes, random access memory. Then what are the major things about RAM? What are the major information that you should know regarding the RAM?
Primary storage.
Sorry?
Primary storage memory.
Yes, it's a primary memory. Okay.
It's a volatile memory, ma'am.
Yes, it's a volatile memory. Okay. That's it. How about the capacity? Yes, low capacity, right? Up to what range? Capacity? Capacity is lower, right? Up to 2 GB to, right? 16 GB we can find RAM. right? Based on our performance or based on our expectations, we can increase the capacity of the RAM. Simply, සාමාන්‍ය normal machines වල 8 GB RAM එකක් තියෙනවා, right? Okay. Then, how about the CPU? What is meant by CPU? මොකද CPU එක කියන්නේ?
Central process unit.
Yes, it's a central processing unit. It's having 3 components: control unit, and the arithmetic and logic unit, and memory register, right? Memory register also kind of a primary memory, since it's going to work with directly with the CPU, right? Those memories which are working with the CPU directly, we called as primary memory, right? Okay. Then those each and everything are come under the hardware. Then hardware going to work with the software and the user, right? But they can't. They're 3 different things. Users are totally different from software and hardware. Software is totally different from users and hardware, as well as the hardware totally different from users and software. So, if we want to work these 3 together, or the combine these 3 together, there should be a proper combination, right? As firmware, right? So that purpose, we can use operating system with the purpose of combination in between these 3 type of components in the computer system, right? මෙන්න මේ අපි කතා කරන components තුන එකිනෙකට combine කරන්නේ අපි මේ කතා කරන operating system එකේ. That's why it's saying as its operating system is a program that acts as an interface in between user and the hardware, right? Okay, then operating system. If there is operating system, we can install other system softwares as well as the application softwares, right? Operating system එක කියන්නේ system software එකක්ම තමයි. හැබැයි under the system software, there are several other system softwares as well, like utility softwares, right? And under the utility softwares, we can find antivirus softwares, right? And the file managers as well as the other device drivers, right? And the backups softwares, right? Those things we can find under the system software, right? So operating system also the system software, right? Here, that's why it's mentioned as the system software again in separately, right? So if we having a operating system, then we can install other system softwares as well as the application softwares, right? I think you clear up to this point, right? Okay, let's move into the next slide. Functions of an operating system, right? Here I have mentioned several functions under the operating system. First one is memory management, right? Memory management. Memory means මතකය. මතක කළමනාකරණය තමයි මේකේ සිංහල තේරුම. Memory management කියලා කියන්නේ මතක කළමනාකරණය, right? How operating system going to manage memory? කොහොමද memory management එක කරන්න ඇත්තේ operating system එක? recording දාලා තියෙන්නේ පුතේ. එහෙත් බයි ඩොට් එකක් පේනව නේද හැමෝට? මම recording on කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Yes. මාත් බය වුණා එකපාරට. recording දාලා නැතුවද මෙච්චර වෙලා කරේ කියලා. Right, okay. හරි. memory management යටතේ, right? අපි කියනවා ඒකට මතක කළමනාකරණය කියලා, right? Under the memory management, computer having several types of memories. Right? What are the types of memories you can find inside the computer system? I think you learned those things from right. Yesterday lecture, still uploading to the YouTube, right? Today itself, I will upload it into the LMS, right? Sorry for the inconvenience, right? Right. ඔගොල්ලෝ දන්න memory types මොනවද? Under the memory management, before going to understand about the memory management, you should know about what are the memories inside the computer system. Right? Under the computer hardware part, I think you learn about the memory management, types of memories. Right? Okay. Basically, what are the two types of memory? What are the pradhana types?
Primary memory, secondary memory.
Very good. First one is primary memory. Right? Other one is secondary memory. Okay. Then under the primary memory, what are the other examples? Under the primary memory.
Fundamental memory.
ROM. Yes, okay. And RAM, ROM, and cache.
Read-only memory.
Right. Under the primary memory, we can get RAM.
Cache memory.
Yes, ROM, and cache. Right. Okay. Under the secondary memory, what are the types of secondary memories? What are the secondary memory types? You can find more examples under the secondary memory. If you learn
Hard disk.
hard disk, okay.
Floppy disk.
Floppy disk,
Floppy disk.
okay.
CD.
Sorry. CD.
CD DVD.
Right, CD, DVD. USB drive. Is that so?
SSD.
Yes, SSD.
USB drive is a transfer device. Sir.
Sorry.
USB device is data transfer device or storage device.
It's a storage device. We called it as flash drive as well. Abhi USB drive ka flash drive ke lag kiyana. Right? It's used for storage purpose. Right? Ya chutta kapita hime yanayanna puluwan hinda. Because of the simplicity and mobility, we can transfer data as well, right? But the main purpose is storage, right? Okay. USB drive.
Okay.
Right. And CD, DVD. Do you know about the Blu-ray? Blu-ray gan hala tiyanadu?
Yes.
Yes. It's also kind of a secondary storage device, right? And also there are other magnetic tapes, right? Magnetic tape අපි කියන චුම්බක පටි කියලා. Those are also under the secondary memory module. Right. Okay. Thank you very much, right? Giving you prompt answer. Right. Okay. Memory management ගැන කතා කරද්දී operating system going to manage these two memory types, primary and secondary memory. Right. Okay. Let's discuss about more things under the memory management. Okay. Then it's going to manage the processor. Right? It's doing processor management as well. Processor means CPU or the central processing unit, right? Yes, okay. CPU. Then other one is device management, right? Operating system going to manage the device as well, right? We can install several device drivers inside the machine with the support of operating system, right? We can insert several hard drives or the hardware components into the machine with the support of operating system, right? And also it's going to manage files, right? Using several application softwares, we are going to create several files inside the machine, right? Then we should have a proper arrangement inside the machine to keep our files separately, right? So that purpose or to perform that task, operating systems giving a full support to file management. Without operating system, we can't do the file management. Right? Under the file management, we can discuss what is file management, and also it's providing the security as well. Right? And control over system performance. Right? System make performance operating system make. And it's doing error detecting. Right? Error detecting means sometimes, at simplest example is, if you are going to shut down your machine, right? If there are some other applications that you already opened and at once you are going to shut down, right? It will show some image in blue color if it is a Windows operating system, right? In the background, blue color background, you can see these applications are already running in the background. Do you need to close them or shut down the machine, right? That kind of messages, I think, with you have experience. Cloud is it file management. Adobe Document Cloud is it file management. Right? Cloud is not for the operating system. Yeah, whenever mechanic cloud management. Right. To managing cloud devices, we should have proper internet connection, right? Yes, definitely there should be operating system. Otherwise, we can't connect with the internet, no. But managing cloud means to manage cloud files, there is a specific operating system that cloud servers. Right? I discuss under the types of software several cloud operating systems. Right? With the support of that operating system, we can manage our cloud files. Right? Using internet. Okay. Right. And coordination between other software and users. That is the another feature or the function of the operating system. Right. Okay. Let's see one by one. What are these functions? Right. Okay. First one is memory management. Now you know what are the memories inside the computer system, right? And management of primary memory or main memory. Primary memory means RAM. Right? Or the ප්‍රාථමික මතකය. ප්‍රාථමික මතකය යටතේ අපිට ගොඩක් types තියෙනවා. හැබැයි ඒ යටතේ main memory කියලා කියන්නේ අපි RAM එකට. And main memory provides a fast storage that can be accessed directly by the CPU. Right? This is the reason we right. Main memory provides fast storage that can be accessed directly by the CPU. That's why we call it as primary memory. Right? ඕනම memory module එකක් directly CPU එකත් එක්ක වැඩ කරනවා නම් we call those memory modules as primary memory. ප්‍රාථමික මතකය කියන්නේ ඒකයි. Right? That's why we categorize cache memory, RAM and the ROM under the primary memory. Right? For a program to be executed, it must be in the main memory. If there is any kind of software, first thing, it should come to the RAM. Right? අනිවාර්යෙන් මොනවා හරි එකක් අපිට මැෂින් එක ඇතුලේ run කරන්න එයා මුලින්ම අවිත් ඉන්න ඕනි main memory එකට. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි simply called as RAM. අනිවාර්යෙන් RAM එකට අවිත් තියෙන්න ඕන. Right? ඊට පස්සේ මේ RAM එක ඇතුලේ මේවා නිකම්ම වැඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ. Right? අපි machine එකක් open කරපු ගමන් right? We are using single user multitasking operating system in our day-to-day activities, right? At once we open the machine, right? We open several tasks, right? We trying to work of Word, we are trying to work with the PowerPoint, or we trying to open the Photoshop and we connect the internet and we searching something or we listen to the music. Likewise, we are using several tasks with the operating system, with the use of operating system, right? So, to do this, each and every task, first, they should come into the RAM. නේ අපි මේ කතා කරන්නේ නේද von Neumann architecture එකේදී. Can you remember that one? Von Neumann architecture? What are the main components in the von Neumann architecture? මොනවද තියෙන ප්‍රධාන components von Neumann architecture එකේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දකින්න තියෙන? Right. එකක් නම් ඇවිත් තියෙනවා. එක උදාහරණ එකක්. Main memory, right? ඔගොල්ලෝ බලලා නෑනේ අනේ. right? මම හැමදාම කියන්නේ කටපාඩම් කරන්න try කරන්න එපා. හැබැයි මේ කියලා දෙන ඒවා හරි ආසාවෙන් අහන්න හිටියොත් මේ හැම දෙයක්ම ඔයගොල්ලෝ එදිනදා පාවිච්චි කරන මැෂින් එක ගැන කියලා දෙන්න. හරියට නිකන් අපේ ඇඟ ගැන මොන හරි දේවල්, ස්පෙෂල් දේවල් inside our body, right? Are you interested?
Yes, ma'am.
ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් නේද? අපි ඇඟ ඇතුලේ තියෙන දේවල් ගැන කොහොමද ඒ වගේ process එක වෙන්නේ? ඇත්තට මේ වගේ තියෙන ස්පෙෂල් දේවල් ගැන කතා කරනවා නම් අපි හරි ආසාවෙන් අහන් ඉන්නේ. ඇත්තට මේ හැම දේවල් අපේ ඇඟ ඇතුලේ තියෙනවාද? ඒවා එහෙමද වැඩ කරන්නේ? මේ දේවල් කවුරුත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? right? අපි මෙයාව හරියට මැනේජ් කරගන්න ඕන හින්දා right? අපි හරි ආසාවෙන් මේ දේවල් ඉගෙන ගන්න. නැත්නම් අහන් ඉන්නවා. right? Likewise, right? But we don't need to face to the examination, right? අපිට exam එකකට මුහුණ දෙන්න ප්‍රධාන අරමුණක් නැහැ. හැබැයි අපි ආසයි අපේ ඇඟ ඇතුලේ වැඩ කරන්නේ කොහොමද, මේ එක සිස්ටම් කොහොමද කම්බයින් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ, right? ෆයිනල් අවුට්පුට් එක මේ විදිහට කටහඬ එන්නේ කොහොමද, right? අපි මේ දේවල් බලන්නේ කොහොමද, ඇතුලේ ප්‍රොසෙස් එක මොකද්ද, right? අන්න ඒ දේවල් අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න ආසයි. හරි කැමැත්තෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඒකේ එක්සෑම් එකක් නැහැ, එක්සෑම් පර්පස් එකක් නැහැ. But we learn, right? And we like to learn, right? Likewise, this also kind of that subject, right? ඒ වගේම subject එකක් තමයි මේක. හරි ආසාවෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න තියෙන්නේ පුතේ. මොකද කටපාඩම් කරන්න ලෑස්ති වෙන්න එපා. මොකද මේක හරි අමාරු subject එකක් නෙමෙයිනේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. අපි එදිනදා use කරන system එකක් ගැන in detail අපි කතා කරනවා කොහොමද වැඩ වෙන්නේ කියලා. සහ අපි සරලම එතන simple level එකෙන් තමයි ඔයාලට උගන්වන්නේ. හරි ලේසියෙන් මතක තියාගන්න. Right? So that learn those things to remember the purpose of remember. And මතක තියාගැනීමේ අරමුණෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න. Right? Please don't target examination. While you are learning something, don't expect or don't target to examination. Right? එහෙම නැත්නම් මේ ඔක්කොම තියාගෙන ඉතලා අන්තිම වෙනකන් ඉන්න එපා ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඒ ටයිම් එකේ කොහොමරි කළ චුට්ටක් හරි මේ ආසාවෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න. වැඩක් කරන ගමන් හරි කමන්නේ. This is online one, right? You can learn or you can listen to the online lectures doing any other task. Right? It doesn't matter, right? We can't stop those things. අපි ළඟට අවිලා කියන්නේ ඔය වැඩි නතර කරලා මෙන්න මෙතන ඉඳගෙන මේක අහන්න කියලා. But you can use this time, right? Very effectively, right? So kindly request from you to, right, learn these things not for the exams but for your lives, right? ඔයාලගේ ජීවිතේට මේ දේවල් චුට්ටක් ඉගෙන ගන්න. ජීවිතේ කියලා ජීවිතේ හදාගන්න දෙමෙයි. ඔයාලා එදිනෙදා යූස් කරන මැෂින් එකක්. ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඉස්සරහට ජොබ් එකකදී යූස් කරන්න වෙන මැෂින් එකක් ගැන තමයි මේ කතා කරන්නේ. එක්සෑම් එකට අවිල්ලා පොළ පුරවලා ගියාට ඒක වැඩක් නැහැ. right? එකකින් වෙන්නේ මේ පැය ඇතුලේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ මෙතන මොනවා හරි RAM එක ඇතුලේ තියාන ආපු දේවල් ටික හරලා යනවා. කාඩ් එකේ මුකුත් නැහැ ඔයගොල්ලොන්ට. නේ? ඒ නිසා හරි ආසාවෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න, කැමැත්තෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න. එතකොට මේ දේවල් ඉක්මනට ඔළුවට යනවා. right? අමාරුවෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්නවට වඩා. right? Okay. I think myself taught to von Neumann architecture, right? And inside the von Neumann architecture, there is the input component and the output component. In between these two components, there is a memory module called RAM, right? To get something from to the RAM, we can use secondary storage memory type as well, right? And then after getting those things into the RAM, then we can move them into the processing part, into the central processing unit. Right? That is the von Neumann architecture. Once they process something inside the CPU, then again they come back to the RAM. If we want to store those things in the secondary storage device, we can send them to the secondary storage device. Otherwise, we can send them into the output devices. Right? Okay. Give me a minute. Right. ඒ තමයි මම දැන් කියලා දුන්නේ von Neumann architecture එක ගැන. හරි ලස්සනට ඔයාලට මතක තියාගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Okay. Likewise, each and every application, before going to process inside the CPU, those things should come into the RAM. Right? Right. Each and everything need to be executed. Right? First, they should come into the RAM. right? Then we can send them into the CPU, or we call as central processing unit or the processor, right? To move to the CPU, I told you, once we show it on the machine or we start the work on the machine, we open several tasks inside the machine. Each and every task, I'm going to prioritize one by one, right? If we get an example, as first we open the Microsoft Office, the RAM mark it as P1. And then we open the Excel, RAM it will mark as P2, right? If we open the another task or we move into the listen to music, that task we get as P3. Likewise, each and every task that we're going to perform using the machine, RAM will prioritize as program, right? අපි මුලින්ම open කරපු එකේ හැටියට එයා chance එක දීලා මේ හැම කෙනෙක්ම එයාගේ store කරගන්න. Then one by one going to send into the CPU, right? CPU also arrange these things in several prioritized levels, right? මෙයාලට එක එක level වලට නැත්නම් ආපු පිළිවෙලට තමයි process කරගෙන යන්නේ CPU එක ඇතුලේ, right? Then again මේ හැම එක්කෙනාම one by one compile කරලා අර ආපු පිළිවෙලටම RAM එකට send කරනවා. right? මේ තමයි CPU එක ඇතුලේ වෙන process එක. අපි කිව්වට ඔය හැම එකක්ම එකපාර run වෙනවා වගේ පෙනුනට එහෙම නැහැ. අපිට මේසයක් ගත්තොත් පොත් හැමතැනම විසිරවගෙන වැඩ කරන්නේ. එහෙම නැහැ, මැෂින් එක හරි පිළිවෙලට මේ ටාස්ක් ටික arrange කරගන්නවා one by one. open කරපු පිළිවෙලට අපි වැඩ කරන්නේ start කරපු පිළිවෙලට, right? මෙයා ළඟ තියාගෙන ඉන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ ඒගොල්ලෝ task by task තමයි CPU එකට යවන්නේ process වෙන්න. අපිට එකපාර ඔක්කොම වෙනවා වගේ පෙනුනට එහෙම නැහැ. right? ඊට පස්සේ process වෙලා එන අනුපිළිවෙලට තමයි ආපහු RAM එකේ prioritize වෙන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ තමයි අපිට ඕන විදිහට අපි output කරනවද, process කරනවද, storage කරනවද, මොකද කියලා තීරණය කරන්නේ. right? That's why RAM is very important to the machine. right? That's why it called as main memory. ප්‍රධාන මතකය කියන්නේ ඒකයි. process උනත් ආපහු වෙන්න ඕනි RAM එකට. process වෙන්න යන්න උනත් එන්න ඕනි RAM එකට. RAM එක through තමයි මේ කාර්යයන් දෙකම වෙන්නේ. right? okay. Then let's move into the next one. Operating system does the following activities for memory management. It's going to keep track of primary memory, right? What part of it are in use by whom, what part are not in use. Operating system going to manage the main memory, right? අපි RAM එක manage කරන්න යන operating system එක. මෙන්න මේ විදිහට divide කරනවා යා. RAM එකේ කොටස් විදිහට. right? It's going to divide RAM into several parts as the P1, P2, P3, P4, likewise, right? Then move into the central processing unit or the CPU. Once this task is completed or sent into the output or secondary storage devices, it will mark it as free space, right? ඔන්න ඔය විදිහටම operating system එක RAM එක manage කරන්න. අපි close කරපු ගමන් ඒ space එක free වෙනවා. Then we can open another one into that space, right? Likewise, operating system going to manage the main memory module. And in multiprogramming, the operating system decide which process will get memory, when and how much. අපි multiprogramming task එකේදී operating system එක memory එකේ කොච්චර වෙලාවක් ගන්නවද, කොච්චර ප්‍රමාණයක් allocate කරනවද, මෙන්න මේ දේවල් decide කරනවා operating system එකේ. right? And allocates the memory when a process requests it to do so, right? If we need to perform a task, operating system going to allocate the memory as we discussed, right? As well as it's going to deallocate the memory when a process no longer needs it or has been terminated. Once we close the project or we close the application, it will going to free up the memory, right? memory එකේ මෙන්න මේ කොටසට නම් වැය වෙලා තිබ්බේ. අපි ඒ task එක wind up කරපු ගමන් නැත්නම් close කරපු ගමන් නැත්නම් terminate කරපු ගමන් මේ memory එක නැත්නම් operating system එක මේ memory time module එක free කරනවා. right? ඒක තමයි operating system එකේ එක කාර්යයක් වෙන්නේ memory management, මතක කළමනාකරණය. right? clear? තේරුණාද? I think yes.
Yes, madam.
Right, okay. Then we move into the processor management, CPU, right? In multiprogramming environment, the operating system decides which process gets the processor, when and for how much time, right? අපි multiprogramming task එකේදී මම වැඩ කීපයක් කරන වෙලාවෙදී අර processor එක එහෙම නැත්නම් main memory එක ගැන කතා කළා වගේම තමයි processor management එකේදී CPU එකේ management එක එහෙම නැත්නම් CPU එකේ කාර්යයන් අපි අර කිව්වේ P1 P2 P3 විදිහට prioritize කරලා තමයි CPU එක ඇතුළත වැඩ කරන්න කියලා. මෙන්න මේ functions ටිකත් හරියට ඒ විදිහට process කරන්නේ operating system එකේ support එකේ. This function is called process scheduling. ඒක තමයි අපි P1 P2 කියලා task වලට divide කරන්නේ. Right. Okay. An operating system does the following activities for the processor management. Right, keeps track of processor and status of process. The program responsible for this task is known as traffic controller, right? Like the main memory or the main memory management. Under the processor management also, it's going to manage each and every processes or do the traffic controller and allocate the processor to a process. අපිට මොකක්ද process එකක් කරන්න තියෙනවා නම් CPU එක ඒ වෙනුවෙන් allocate කරනවා. And also, if the task, once the task is completed, it's going to deallocate that space for another task, right? Deallocate processor when a process is no longer required. අපි process එක task එහෙම නැත්නම් processor එක විසින් එක task එකක් complete කරපු ගමන් ඒ space එක available කරනවා අනිත් task එකට එන්න. මේ තමයි operating system එක CPU එක manage කරන විදිය. හරියට memory එක වගේම තමයි allocate කරනවා deallocate කරනවා ඒ වගේම processor එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන traffic එක control කරනවා. මේ තමයි simple task තුන inside the processor by use of the operating system, right? The other one is device management, right? An operating system manages the device communication via their respective drivers, right? So device means we can get those devices as external as well as the internal device, right? If we're going to buy a new printer, right? Let's say it's an inkjet printer, right? We need to set it into our computer, right? And then do the printing process, right? Since it's a new one, right? Machines can't understand what is that external device. Before going to do the process, right, we need to introduce that printer into the computer, right, with the support of operating system, right? To do that, first we need to find the manual of that relevant printer, or we can search it on the web and we can download the specific drivers to the specific printer, right? Then those drivers we can install inside the machine and then we can connect, or that we can introduce that new device into the machine, right? That is called as device management, right? ඒ විදිහට තමයි අපිට අලුතෙන් machine එකක් මේ lab එකට introduce කරලා දීලා එයාගේ වැඩ ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ under the device management with the support of operating system. OS එක තමයි මේ device management එකට support කරන්නේ, right? Okay. It's also going to keep track of all devices. Program responsible for this task is known as the I/O controller, right? Input output controller කියලා තමයි මේක අපි introduce කරලා දෙන්නේ, and it decides which the process gets the device when and for how much time, right? Like processor management as well as the memory management, it decides which process get the device when and for how much time. If there is a scanner, it's decide how much it will take and how much time it will process that task, right? And it's going to allocate the device in the efficient way. අපිට පුළුවන් අපිට ඕන තරමක් time machines මෙයාට time set කරගන්න අපිට අවශ්‍ය කාරණාව අනුව. And also it can deallocate the devices. We can plug as well as easily we can unplug, right? This is called as device management under the operating system functions, right? The other one is file management, right? A file system is normally organized into directories for easy navigation and usage. Right? With the support of this file management, we can save several tasks inside the machine in proper way. Right? These directories may contain files and other directions. Right? Okay. I will show what is called as file management. Right? Okay. Right. Can you see my desktop? Yes, neither.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Here, you can see there are several files as well as several folders. Right. You can see these folders I can move anywhere. Right. මට පුළුවන් මේ ෆෝල්ඩර් එක මෙතෙන්ට ගියේ. මේවා මේ පැත්තට ගියේ. මේ අපිට පුළුවන් මේ ෆෝල්ඩර්ස් තියෙන තැන් වෙනස් කරන්න. drag and drop option එක හරහා අපිට පුළුවන් මේවා තියෙන තැන් වෙනස් කරන්න. Right. So as well as we can arrange them. අපිට පුළුවන් මේ විසිරලා තියෙන දේවල් හරි ලස්සනට මේ විදිහට allocate කරන්න. If I need to move this one into this folder, right, simply we can drag and drop here. Right? අපිට පුළුවන් හරි ලේසියෙන් මෙයාව අරන් ගිහලා මේ folder එක ඇතුළට දාලා වහලා තියන්න. Right? අනියට අපි physical way එකේදී file එකක් open කරලා ඒක ඇතුළට තියෙන sheets ඔක්කොම දාලා වහලා place කරනවා වගේ. This is called as file management. This function provides by the support of operating system. Right? Okay. Then I can arrange these files based on my preference. ඔගොල්ලෝ මට මං කැමති විදිහට නෙමෙයි ඔගොල්ලෝ machine එක ඇතුලේ ඔයාලගේ files save කරන්න. Right? Likewise, based on your preference, you can arrange your files inside your machine. Right? Then I have opened this folder for my masters. Right? And I have inside that folder, I have created several folders. You can see it's very clear. Right? අපි අර ලොකු manual file ගොඩක් බලනවට වඩා ලස්සන soft copies ටික හරි ලස්සනට machine එක ඇතුලේ backups එක්ක අපි ලස්සනට store කරලා තියෙනවා. Right? මේ folders ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. Right? With the according to the subjects, I have created several folders. Right? And then inside these folders, again I can create. If I need, I can then again allocate several folders inside that folders. Right? After creating lecture by lecture, I can arrange my one subject. And then inside that folder, I can save several files according to the topic of that folder. Right? Or the subject wise අපිට පුළුවන් files capture කරන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් lecture wise අපිට පුළුවන් අදාළ recordings, tutorials, right? Presentations මේ හැම එකක්ම store කරන්න. Right? This is called as file management. Right? අපිට පුළුවන් අපි කැමති විදිහට අපේ desktop එකේ අපේ files ටික arrange කරගන්න. Right? අපිට පුළුවන් easily remember where I can find my files. අපිට පුළුවන් අපි ලේසියෙන් කොහෙද save කරේ කොතනද තියෙන්නේ. D එකට යන D එකේ තියෙනවා folder එකක්. ඒ folder එක ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා මේ නමින් file එක. Right? Likewise, we can see and arrange each and every important things by the support of operating system. Right? This function provided by the operating system. This is called as file management. ඔගොල්ලෝ files හදනවා, ඊළඟට folders හදනවා, machine එක ඇතුලේ හරි ලස්සනට වැඩ කරනවා. හැබැයි මෙයා දෙන්නේ කාගෙන්ද? මේ operation එක වෙන්නේ කොහෙන්ද? මෙයා කාගේ function එකක්ද කියන එක තමයි අපි දැන් මේ කතා කරන්නේ. අලුත් අමුතු දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. Right? තියෙන එකම දේ තමයි නම චුට්ටක් මතක තියාගන්න. අපි මේකට කියන්නේ file management කියලා. Right? Okay. Clear තේරුණාද? File management එක මම හිතන්නේ පැහැදිලි ඇති. Right, okay. These are the activities of the file management. It's going to keep track of information, location, user status, right? And the collective facilities are often known as file system. And also it decides who gets the resources, right? Allocates resources, deallocate resources. As same as the previous activities, it's going to manage these activities inside the file management. Again, I will show what are those information that's stored by the operating system under the file management, right? Okay. Here, right? If we discuss about this folder, right? Operating system going to store several information regarding this folder. අපිට පේන්නේ අපි මේක create කරනවා විතරනේ. But when we move into that folder, you can see pop up පොඩි small message එකක් එනවා. Date created with the time. It will show me created date with the time as well as the size of that folder. And also, if we need, we can see what are the folders inside that main folder with the support of Alt Enter. That is the short key to find the properties of the relevant file or folder. Folder එකක හරි file එකක හරි properties බලනවා. අපි කියන්නේ ඒකට properties බලනවා කියලා කියන්නේ මේ properties කියන්නේ create date එක. ඔයාලට පේනද මේ under the properties you can see several information regarding my MISM SEM2 folder, right? It's providing file folder. It's a type. Its type is file folder. Location is under the C users BSF desktop, right? You can see the size of this folder, right? And the size on this, right? Containers 47 files with 26 folders, right? Created date taker and the other attributes, right? You can see several information regarding this folder. These are not the information that I have included, but with this machine, right, with the support of operating system, it created this information by itself. එයාම තමයි මේ information ටික grab කරගෙන තියෙන්නේ. Right? Once I move into the inside the folder, මේ folder එකක් ඇතුළට ගියපුවාම, right, file එක information we can see, right? This folder, I can press Alt Enter. Before going to press the Alt Enter, you should select the specific folder or file, right? Here you can see if it is a file, you can see created date, modified date, and the last access date, right? And open with what are the folders we can open, right? Type of the file, size again, each and every attributes we can see under the type of the file. Right, file type එක යද්දී අපිට ගොඩක් details මෙයාගෙන් ගන්න පුළුවන් under the properties, and PDF informations are there, security level, details and previous versions, right? Each and every informations are provided by the system, right? These informations are provided by the operating system. That function we called as file management, right? Okay, right. It's 8 o'clock. So let's take 5 minutes break. Is it okay? Okay, ne?
Okay, ma'am, but no needed.
No. Right. බලන්න පුළුවන්ද දිගටම ඉන්න? ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැද්ද? ඉෂුව එකක් නැහැ නේ?
Okay, madam. Okay,
Okay,
ma'am, but no need.
No need to interval. Interval ඕනේ නැහැ කියලාද කියන්නේ?
5 minutes not enough, you know.
5 minutes enough නැහැ නේ? Right, okay. If you okay with that, I can continue the session, right? Okay. Someone need right? If you need to take a drink, right, or the take tea, you can go and come to the lesson. It doesn't matter, right? I can't see you next. අඩාලා බලන්න බෑ. right? ඔයාලට තේ එකක් බොන්න පුළුවන්. මම හිතුවේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පැයක් විතර ඉන්නකොට හරි අමාරුයි focus කරන් ඉන්න screen එක දිහා. right? ඒකයි චුට්ටක් පොඩි break එකක් දෙන්න හැදුවේ 5 minutes වගේ. If it doesn't matter that If it is not a problem to you, I can continue the session, right? Okay. Right. Then other important activities under the operating system, right? The other one is security, right? Security ගැන කතා කරද්දී, right? By means of password and similar other techniques, it prevents unauthorized access to programs and data, right? Regarding the security, why we need security to the computer? When we discuss about the house, right? We need security, right? We have a gate at the out of the house, and then we have several doors, right? To inside come to the house, we need to open several doors. And also, if we need to move into the room, in here also we need to open several doors, right? So likewise, we provide some security levels to the house. And we are in CCTV operators, right? Likewise, there are several security mechanisms we are using inside our house, right? Likewise, why we need security to the machine? I have to lap එක security එක ඕන වෙන්නේ. Lap එක විතරක් නෙමෙයි. Any kind of computer. Why we need security? Can someone give me the answer? Why we need security to the machine? First one, for protect our data. Save to documents, right? Okay. What are the techniques that you use to secure your system?
Screen lock, like
You are using screen lock. Is it a biometric one or normal password?
fingerprint, face lock.
Yes, biometric password or the biometric safeguards are your face detection or the fingerprints, right? Eye catcher, these things, or the voice we can get as the biometric password, right? And the face lock, yes, okay. Right? These things you are using for the security purposes with the unauthorized access, right? Then what are the type of unauthorized access? Right. Security passwords අපි use කරන්නේ සාමාන්‍ය normal external users ලා intervene එක වළක්ව ගන්නනේ. Right. Unauthorized parties access කරයි කියන බයට තමයි password use කරන්නේ. Hackers ලාගෙන් prevent වෙන්න. Right. What are the unauthorized access other than the hacking?
Spy apps.
Spyware. Right, okay. Malware. Yes, okay. Under the malware, what are the types of malware? ලස්සන නමක් තමයි ඒගොල්ලන්ට තියෙන්නේ. But they are doing bad things. What are the
Hackers.
malware? Sorry?
Hackers.
Hackers. Okay. Other than hackers, what are the other kind of malware?
Worm.
There's worms. Yes.
Worm. Yeah.
Right. Virus. Okay. Adware is there.
Spyware.
Spyware. Right. Adware. Okay. Phishing attack. Right. Okay. Ransomware is there.
Cyber lock.
Cyberlocks. If we have a spyware, oh yes, spam is there, right? Trojan horse, yes, Trojan virus. right? If we get spyware, what happened to us? Spyware කෙනෙක්ගේ attack එකකට අහු වුණොත් අපිට මොකද වෙන්නේ?
They collect our data for their
Yes.
development.
Yes, it's not maybe harmful to us, but it can search our things, our information. It's come to our machine and search about ourselves, right? Not going to harm ourselves, or you not going to damage our data, right? Or harmful to the information, but it's going to catch our data, right? It's going to search something. What we are going to search, right? What are the things that we are doing using the machine, right? Those things spyware are going to catch, right? If we take the several apps, right, like Facebook, right? Okay, then other social market, yes, like shopping activities, right? අපි මොන හරි දෙයකට මොනවාද digital market එකේදී අපි පාවිච්චි කරන අනිකුත් market places, right? Most of the times eBay, right? Amazon, right? Likewise, කවුද අනිත් එක්කන Alibaba, right? Daraz, these mob applications are using spywares. Why? They are searching what are the things that we are going to search using that applications, right? Then they are trying to provide each and every information
Similar.
related to that searchings, right?
They are posting the similar ads.
similar ads පෙන්නනවා අපිට. ඊළඟට අපි Facebook එක නම් අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපේ දැන් current facial expressions it's going to track, and then it's going to post or it's going to show similar things with the current situation with our life. I think you have that experience, right? If you want to buy a gift, right? අපි එක item එකක් උඩ විතරයි click කරන්නේ. But that application going to provide several applications or the several items related to that search. Right? අපි සමහරට එක වීඩියෝ එකක් විතරයි බලන්නේ. අපි ඒට related වෙච්ච videos මයි එන්නේ. Right? I think you have that experience, right? අන්න ඒ විදිහට තමයි spyware useful විදිහට use කරන්නේ. Right? Sometimes it may be used to with the purpose of harm, right? අපිට විනාශකාරී අරමුණක් වෙනුවෙන් spyware use කරන්න පුළුවන් අර විදිහට productivity එකක් විදිහට use කරන අතරේ. Then if it is a virus, right, it also going to damage our machines, right? Sometimes if it is a virus attack, you can't open your files inside your machines, right? The machines will restart again and again automatically, right? These things can happen if it is a virus, right? And also if it is a worms are spread through the networks, right? Network එක කරා තමයි worms like spread වෙන්නේ, right? Okay. ඒ නිසා public network වලට connect වෙද්දී make sure to you have a security high security level, right? Yes. One is firewall, right? Under the security, operating systems are providing this security level with the support of Windows Defender. If it is the operating system, it's providing Windows Defender, right? දැකලා තියෙනවද කොහෙන්ද හොයාගන්නේ Windows Defender එක? Have you activated that one? Windows Defender. If you having operating system as Windows, do you activate? Yes or no? Where you can find Windows Defender? In my machine, I am having Windows, so that I can show you how you can find the Windows Defender and how to activate that one, right? Simply, you can move into the you uploaded your videos yesterday. Video is still uploading to the YouTube, right? Okay, you can search control panel here in the search bar, right? Then you can open it, right? Under that you can find Windows Defender Firewall. Option is available with the support of operating system, right? Windows Defender Firewall කියන්නේ security guard එකක්, security mechanism එකක්, right? I am in the public network, I'm connected, but I am not in the private network. So since this is the public network, right, it's very secure, right? පේනවා නේද? මෙන්න මේ විදිහට ඔයාලට ඔයාලගේ firewall එක activate කරගන්න පුළුවන්, right? Clear? ඔයාලට කොහෙන්ද හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා දැන් තේරෙන්න ඇතිනේ firewall එක, right? මේ firewall එක activate කරලා තියාගන්න, right? ඔයාලට security guard එකක්, ඒ කියන්නේ ESET හරි, McAfee හරි, Avast හරි, මේ ESET හරි මේ කිසිම එකක් නැත්තම් මේ antivirus guard නැතත් ඔයාලට Windows Defender එක activate කරලා තියාගන්න පුළුවන්, right? මෙන්න මෙතනින් turn Windows Defender Firewall on or off කියන option එකේ ඔයාලට පුළුවන් මෙයා on the off ද කියලා තියාගන්න, right? Okay. Right. The other one is control over system performance, right? Recording delays between request for service and response from the system, right? අපි මේ machine එකත් එක්ක වැඩ කරද්දී අපි දෙන request එක අනුව එයා perform කරනවාද එහෙම නැත්නම් response කරන time එක ගැන එයා සැලකිලිමත් වෙනවා operating system එක, right? And job accounting, keeping track of time and resources used by various jobs and users, right? Job accounting means අපි open කරන හැම වැඩකම අදාළ details මෙයා track කරලා තියාගන්න. And error detecting aids, production of dumps, traces, error message and other debugging and error detecting aids are doing by the operating system. And coordination between other softwares and the users, right? It's going to coordinate an assignment of compilers, interpreters, assemblers and other software to various users of the computer system. You know what are these compilers, interpreters and assemblers, right? Compilers going to convert a program, a machine, high-level programming language into machine language, as well as the interpreters. Interpreters going to convert a total high-level, the complete code into a machine code, right? At once. Right. Okay. Job accounting means it's going to keep track of time and resources used by various jobs and users, right? මේක අපි allocate කරන job එක කියලා කියන්නේ මේ process එක, right? මේ හැම process එකකටම යන time එක, අදාළ resources, මේ හැම දෙයකටම අදාළ details track කරලා තියාගන්න operating system එකේ. And also it's going to do the error detecting, right? If you're going to insert external device, so printer or hard disk, right? අපි හරියට pen එක connect වෙලා නැත්තම්, right? හරියට VGA cable එක set වෙලා නැත්තම්, එහෙම නැත්නම් HDMI cable එක set වෙලා නැත්තම් මෙයා පොඩි message එකක් අපිට පෙන්නනවා, right? එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි device එකට අදාළ warning එකක් පෙන්නනවා. අපි save කරන්න යදි document එකක්, right? If we didn't save or when we going to close, it's showing you are not saved this document, do you need to save this one? Likewise, it's going to show the warnings and other error message and production dumps. Likewise, several things are doing by the operating system. And it's going to do the coordination in between softwares and the users, right? අපි software එකක් මෙයාට install කරොත්, right? මේ software එක compile කරනවා operating system එක විසින්, right? If it is a PHP code, it's going to compile it into the machine code, then it run inside the machine, right? These things are coordinated by the operating system, right? Okay, then operating system services, right? Here you can see it provides services to both users and to the programs inside the machine. It provides programs and environment to execute and provide users the services to execute the programs in a convenient manner, right? These are the operating system services. and common services provided by the operating system, right? It's going to do the program execution with the support of compilers and the interpreters, right? And IO operations, input-output operations, device management, and file system manipulation, right? As well as doing communication, right? Error detecting, resource allocation and protection. These things already we discussed. Also, they are functions as well as they come under the services as well under the operating system, right? Okay. Then program execution, right? It's a service under the operating system. Program execution, it's going to load the program into memory. අපි මොනා හරි වැඩක් open කරපු ගමන් එයාව memory එකට එහෙම නැත්නම් RAM එකට load කරන්නේ operating system එකකින් and execute the program, right? එයා open කරලා තියනවා විතරක් නෙමෙයි, it's help to execute the program and handles program execution, right? Provides a mechanism for process synchronization and mechanism for process communication as well as the deadlock handling, right? මෙන්න මේ deadlock handling කියන part එක in detail අපි කතා කරන්න ඕනි part එකක්, right? Up to this level you can remember about this program execution mechanism up to this level, right? Okay. Then move into the IO operation. We call it as input-output operation, right? An input-output subsystem, it comprises of IO devices and their corresponding driver software, right? With the support of driver software, we can maintain each and every external input-output devices as well as inside devices. And drivers hide the details of the specific hardware devices from the users, right? මේ drivers අපිට පේන්නේ නේ. අපි machine එකත් එක්ක වැඩ කරනවා. අපි mouse connect කරනවා, keyboard එකත් එක්ක වැඩ කරනවා, right? hard disk එක තියෙනවා, external hard disk set කරනවා. හැබැයි අපිට drivers open වෙනවද හැම වෙලේම? drivers තියෙන තැනවත් අපි දන්නවද? නෑනේ. Right? Likewise, it's going to hide those drivers from the user. But if we need, we can save those drivers inside the IO operation component. And operating system manage communication between user and device drivers, right? An IO operation means read or write operation with any file or any specific IO device, right? An operating system provides the access to the required IO device when required, right? අපිට ඕන වෙලාවට device එක access කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම එයා devices අතර communication එක manage කරනවා operating system එකේ, right? If it is a network, with the support of operating system, we can communicate with each machines, right? අපිට message pass කරන්න පුළුවන් network එකක් ඇතුලේ තියෙන machines එක්ක, right? With the support of operating system, right? These are the operations or the services of the operating system. And file system manipulation, right? A file represents a collection of related information, right? And computers can store files on the disk with the support of secondary storage devices. You know, here I have mentioned some specific secondary storage devices, right? Each of these media has its own properties like speed, capacity, data transfer rate, data access methods, right? මෙන්න මේ හැම දෙයක්ම මැනේජ් කරන්නේ operating system එක, right? අපි hard disk එකක් නම් use කරන්නේ hard disk එකේ data permanently ගබඩා කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේ chance එක අපිට දෙන්නේ මේ file මත hard එක ඇතුලේ අපි create කරන files ටික ලස්සනට allocate කරලා දෙන්නේ operating system එකේ, right? ඒතර මේ devices වලට යාලටම ආවේනික වෙච්ච speed එකක් තියෙනවා, capacity එකක් තියෙනවා. hard disk එක capacity එකට වඩා hard disk එකේ capacity එක වැඩි, CD capacity එකට වඩා, DVD එක capacity එකට වඩා, right? එතකොට CD, DVD, Blu-ray කියන තුන් දෙනාම ගත්තාම Blu-ray වල වැඩිම storage capacity එකක් තියෙනවා, right? දැන් CD මොකද වෙන්නේ? නැති වෙලා යනවා market එකේ හොයාගන්න නැති තරම්. DVD එකක we can store up to 25 GB, right? But also as well as as Blu-ray devices, we can store 25 GB, right, inside the Blu-ray disc, right? Likewise, we can increase the capacity level based on the device, secondary storage device, right? Okay. And these are the components under the file management or the file systems. And these files are normally organized into directories for easy navigation and usage. ඔගොල්ලෝ දැකලා ඇති file manager අපි open කරපුවාම එයාගේ arrows තියෙනවා. අපිට මේ arrows වලින් හරි ලේසියෙන් move වෙන්න පුළුවන් මේ files ඇතුලේ. And these directories may contain files and other directions. මේ directories ඇතුලේ යද්දි අපිට අනිත් path එකේ මත අනිත් files වලට හරි ලේසියෙන් move වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? This file system manipulation also provided by the operating system. Right? These are the major activities in file system manipulation. It's going to program needs to read the file or write the file. Right? The operating system gives the permission to the program for operation on file. Right? Operating system එක තමයි අදාළ program එකට permission දෙන්නේ ඒ අදාළ file එකේ වැඩේ කරන්න. Right? Permission varies from read only, read write, denied and so on. Right? මේ permission එක අපිට වෙන්න පුළුවන් අපිට ලියන්න විතරක් දෙන permission එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Read only. Right? or write කරන්න විතරක් දෙන permission එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එමෙතන read and write permission එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. කියවන්නත් පුළුවන් ඒ file එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන ඒවා ලියන්නත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට read only purpose එක විතරක් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. කියවන්න විතරයි. edit කරන්න බෑ. Right? මෙන්න මේ permissions අපිට manage කරන්න පුළුවන් operating system එක through. And also it's going to provide an interface to the user to create or delete files. Right? Under the file management, it's providing an interface to user to create the files as well as the deleting the files. අපිට create කරන්නත් පුළුවන් file එක delete කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. And provides an interface to the user to create, delete directories. තියෙන directory එක file එකේ අදාළ location එකෙන් delete කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. එමෙතන directory එකට ගිහිලා directory එකම සම්පූර්ණයෙන් delete කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. Provides an interface to create the backup of file system. Another one, right? Backup files. We can create backups with the use of operating system, right? These functions or the major activities come under the file system manipulation, right? Okay, then the other one is error handling, right? Operating systems can occur, right? Errors can occur anytime and anywhere. එහෙමනේ අපි machine එකක් වැඩ කරද්දී කොයි වෙලේ කොයි විදිහට අපිට රේකක් එයිද කියලා කියන්න බෑ. And error may occur in CPU, IO devices or memory or hardware, right? Hardware types වල එහෙම නැත්නම් input output devices තමයි අපි hardware ගොඩට ගන්නෙ. ඊට අමතරව CPU එක, right? මෙන්න මේ devices වල තමයි error එකක් occur වෙන්නේ. Following are the major activities of an operating system with respect to error handling, right? The operating system constantly checks for possible errors and it takes an appropriate action to ensure correct and consistent computing. Right? සමහර fix කරන්න පුළුවන් errors තියෙනවා. මේ operating system එක විසින්ම ඒ දේවල් fix කරනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් right අපිට warning එකක් දෙනවා මේ error එක fix කරලා වැඩ කරන්න කියන message එක. Right? Okay. Then now we move into the learn about operating system properties, right? You know, operating system can do multitasking, right? And also multi-programming, right? And the other one is interactivity, right? Interactivity means before going to create or the development of the operating system, at the very beginning, they used command line interfaces, right? As under the interactivity, it refers to the ability of users to interact with the computer system, right? Interactivity එකෙන් තමයි user කොයිතරම් දුරට machine එකත් එක්ක familiar වෙනවද නැද්ද කියලා තීරණය කරන්නේ. Interactivity එකේ. Under the interactivity, we can categorize what are the colors used to the interfaces and what are the font types, font style, what are the icons that we are going to use the operating system interface. Right? These things decide how much interactivity can occur with the support of operating system. Right? Operating system එකෙන් කොච්චර interactivity එකක් generate කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා තීරණය කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Provide the user an interface to interact with the system and manage input devices to take input from the user, like a keyboard, and manage output devices to show outputs to the user, monitor. Right? මේ තමයි interactivity එක යටතේ කතා කරන්නේ. අපිට කොච්චර ලේසියෙන් input devices use කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම output devices වලින් අපිට කොතරම් පහසුවට ඒ අදාළ දේවල් දැක ගන්න පුළුවන්. මෙන්න මේ දේවල් decide කරන්නේ interactivity කියන function එක හරහා. Right? This interface, so this image showing the GUI interface. We called it as graphical user interface, right? This one is modern interface with of the operating system, right? It's a type of user interface through which users interact with electronic devices, right? Visual indicator representation, right? Graphical user interface again තමයි අපිට ලස්සන icons පෙන්වන්නේ ඊළඟට letters ඉලක්කම් අපිට move වෙන්න options arrows මේ හැම දෙයක්ම පෙන්වන්නේ මෙන්න මේ graphical user interface එකේ, right? Okay, give me some minutes. Right. Okay. We all are using this GUI interfaces nowadays, right? For mobile applications as well as the other machines. We are using graphical user interface to do other activities, right? And then this interface, black color environment and the white color letters, right? මෙන්න මේ විදිහේ interface එකක් එන්නේ අපිට under the command line interfaces. They used in past operating systems, right? පරණ machines වල එහෙම නැත්නම් ගොඩක් කලින් අපි මුල්ම development එකේ මුල්ම අවධියේ machines වල use කරේ මෙන්න මේ operating system type එක. එහෙම නැත්නම් interface එක, right? And these command line interfaces user interact with the system or application by typing in text command, and the command is typed on the specific line following a visual prompt from the computer, right? It's already having, right? Each and every machine is having the command line interface, right? You can simply search on the search bar to find your command line or the command prompt inside your machine, right? In here, simply you can search command prompt. මෙයා තාමත් අවශේෂයක් විදිහට machine වල හැංගිලා ඉන්නවා, right? මේක නේද? මෙන්න මේ විදිහට command prompt කියලා ඔයාලට search කරපුවාම මෙන්න මේ විදිහේ screen එකක්. මේ තමයි command prompt එක කියන්නේ. මුල්ම machines වල වැඩ කරේ මෙන්න මේ විදිහට. right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ දෙන instructions වලට අනුව නැත්නම් අපි හැම instruction එකක්ම දැනන් ඉන්න ඕනේ. අපි folders create කරන instructions දැනන් ඉන්නවා. ඒ create කරපු folder එකක් ඇතුළට move වෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා අපි දැනන් ඉන්න ඕනේ. right? මෙන්න මේ විදිහට අපි මේ හරි ලේසියෙන් cursor එකක් move කරලා කරන වැඩ හැම එකක්ම මෙන්න මේ විදිහේ keyboard එකයි screen එකයි support එකෙන් අපිට type කරලා තමයි මුල්ම පරිගණකවල වැඩ කරන්න වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. මේ තමයි command line interface එකක විදිය, right? Yes, simply you can type CMD as well, right? ඔයාලට familiar නම් CMD කියලා type කරලා CMD කියන්නේ command prompt කියන එකේම short form එක, right? එහෙම නැත්නම් command line interface එහෙම නැත්නම් command prompt කියලා command line interface කියලා type කරන්න එපා. command prompt කියලා search කරපුවාම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඔයාලගේ machine එක ඇතුලේ හැංගිලා තියෙන මෙන්න මේ version එක බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Okay. Right. Right. These are the things that we should learn under the computer software and operating system part. Right. This is the end of the session, but I'm not going to wind up the session since I keep one side to learn or to teach, right, at the end of the session. Right. Did you get something? Yes or no? Do you have any doubt or any
madam.
questions? Right. තේරුණාද මේ කරපු සේරම ටික? Clearද? Yes or no? ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙන්නයි ඕනි. ඩිප්ලෝමා එකක් කරා කියලා ඔහේ ඉඳලා වැඩක් නැහැ. හයිට එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන්ම කියවන ගිහලා වලට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපිත් හරි බර වචන දාලා බහල ලොකු දේවල් කතා කරනවා. හයිට එහෙම බෑ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඇවිත් ඉන්නේ ඩිප්ලෝමා එකක් කම්ප්ලීට් කරන්න හරියට. රයිට්. උඩින් පල්ලෙන් ඔහේ දැනගෙන නෙමෙයි. ඒ නිසා සරලව හැමදේම කියලා දෙන්න තමයි අපි try කරන්නේ. Right. මේ පාඩම යටතේ එහෙම නැත්නම් computer software and hardware lesson එක යටතේ අපි කතා කරා. Right? මම ස්ක්‍රීන් එක share කරන්න නැතුව ඉන්න. And regarding the application softwares, right? Next class, dude, please upload. What's that? I can't understand. Next class, dude means right? We are creating attendance කොහොමද mark කරන්න කියලා හදිනා. Right? We are generating Zoom links, right? With the registration, right? ඔයාලට එකපාරම click කරපු ගමන් එන්න බෑනේ නේද? Register වෙන්න ඕනිනේ, right? මේ registration එකේ it's better if you can provide your index number, right, as username, right? Then you can use your username when you log into the after log into the Zoom link, right, or the Zoom account. Then you can use your index number, right? Then we can get attendance sheet, right? Once we stop the or the end the Zoom link or the this meeting, right? Once we end the meeting, we can generate your attendance sheet from your our Zoom account. එහෙම තමයි Zoom එකේ attendance mark වෙන්නේ. Clear නේද?
Oh, yes, madam.
Right, හරි. Any other doubts? හරි, තව question තියනවද? අපි ඒකයි register වෙන්න විදිහේ link එකක් හදලා තියෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. එතකොට ඔයාලා register වෙනවා link එකට. link එක register වෙද්දි ඔයාලගේ attendance already mark වෙනවා. සහ ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිටපු duration එක mark වෙනවා. කොච්චර වෙලාවක් ඔයාලා lecture එක ඇතුලේ හිටියද? time එක. right? මේ හැම දෙයක්ම අපිට බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. MCQ paper. For what? මොකේටද? For the exam or assignments or what? For what? Final exam. No, right? You don't have MCQ questions. You have essay type questions with the practical. It's better to maintain your attendance, right? I don't know regarding your attendance since I am not the person who is going to collect your attendance, right? Right. Right. I'm going to teach you some important part under the application software, right? You will learn, right, in future more application softwares about the Windows, Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, Access, as well as the Excel, right? For this group, right? So you will learn those things in detail. But here I'm going to give you some specific short keys that you should use, right? When you are free to, or when you're going to use to your machine, right? These things you should know, right? These short keys, right? ඔගොල්ලෝ කොහේ හරි ආයතනයක වැඩ කරනවා නම්, right? රෙජිස්ටර් වෙන විදිහ අය විස්තර කරනවද? right? පුතේ ඔයගොල්ලෝට link එක එනවනේ LMS එකට. link එක උඩ click කරද්දි එකපාරම meeting එකට join වෙන්නේ නැහැ. කියනවා register වෙන්න කියලා. අර I am not the robot වගේ මාර්කයක් එහෙම එන්නේ. ඒකේ පෙන්නනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ machine එකෙන් log වෙනවා නම් email එක නම් already log වෙලා ඉන්නේ. username pass මේ මොනවාද first name last name පෙන්නනවා. right? මෙන්න මේ first name last name වලට පුළුවන් නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ first name එක විදිහට index number එක දීලා last name එක විදිහට ඔයාලට කැමති නමක් තියාගන්න පුළුවන්. right? ඊට පස්සේ තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ join වෙන්නේ meeting එකට. ඒ තමයි register වෙනවා කියලා කිව්වේ. join වුණාට පස්සේ තමයි ඔයාලා Zoom account එකෙන් ආපහු Zoom එකට ඇඩ්ඩලා lecture එකට join වෙන්නේ. Yes, your final exam will be final exam paper will be English, right? Only English. ඉතින් අපි සිංහලෙන්වත් විස්තර කරලා ඉංග්‍රීසි වලිනුත් කියන්නේ. බය වෙන්න එපා දැන් එක්සෑම් එකට. මම කියවනේ එක්සෑම් ටාගට් කරලා ඉගෙන ගන්න එපා. එතකොට හරි ප්‍රශ්න අහුවට කමක් නැහැ. No issue, it doesn't matter. You should know about your examination, right? Right. Examination procedures follow කරන්න. Strict, right? I don't know about your online group now, right? I think next class will get by the Achilles, right? You can clarify this kind of question from him, right? Okay, right. I will teach you some.
Hello?
Yes,
Exam held physically or online?
right. That's why I read your question, right, from chat, right? That's why I told you in next class we'll take by the Achilles, right? You can discuss with him regarding this matter, right? I don't know
Okay.
whether you have physical one or online one, right?
Okay. Okay.
Right. Okay, then let's learn about some short keys. We're going to use the machine, right? Full lessons lecture with English. Yes, as much as we are conducting lectures in English, right, each and every points, but we have to talk with the single as well, since there are some persons who need to get understand these things in clearly, right? So, අපි ඒ නිසා තිගොල්ලටම ගැලපෙන විදිහට තමයි lesson එක කරගෙන යන්නේ සිංහල ඉංග්‍රීසි දෙකම use කරලා, right? Okay, right. තව ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා. right, yes. ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් lesson එක ඕනේ, right? මම ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් නේද ඉගෙනන්නේ? සිංහල චුට්ටක් use කරා අර කට්ටියට තේරෙන්නේ නැති හින්දා. Most of the time it will be a physical exam for both groups, physical as well as the online group, right? Right. If you need to create a folder using a machine, right? If it's a Windows operating system, you can simply create operating systems, right? So simply you can create folders, right? With the support of small short keys. ආයෙගෙන මේ කට්ටියක් රික්වෙස්ට් කරනවා ලැන්ග්වේජ් දෙකෙන්ම කරන්න කියලා. right? ඒ නිසා තමයි අපි හැමෝටම තේරෙන විදිහට ලැන්ග්වේජ් දෙකෙන්ම කරන්නේ. right? I think it's better, right? Okay. So normal method of creating files or the folders is you can right click on the machine or the desktop or the interface, and then you can move into the new option, right? And then you can click on the folder. This is the normal path that you're going to create folders, right? But don't use this long path to creating folders. Simply you can press Control Shift and N to creating per folders, right? note down කරගන්න මම slide එකට add කරලා තියෙන්නේ මේ ටික. Control Shift N you can press to create folders, right? And then if you need to rename file or folders, if you need to rename that one, මේ simple task ටිකක් ඔයගොල්ලෝ එදිනදා ජීවිතේදී machine එක use කරද්දී කරන පොඩි task ටිකකට අදාළ short keys ටික කියන්නේ, right? If you need to rename, first you should select the specific folder, then you can click on the F2, right? It's depend on the keyboards, right? Some keyboards perform two functions in function keys. සමහරවිට වගේ sound study කරනවා, sound up කරනවා, ඊළඟට F2 key එකට අදාළ functions කරනවා, right? At that kind of situation, based on the keyboard, then you can press the F2 with the support of FN button. FN කියලා key එකක් තියෙනවා keyboard එකේ, right? FN කියලා key එකක් නැත්නම් directly you can press F2, right? Otherwise, you can press FN plus F2 to rename a file or folder, right? මේ විදිහට අපිට පුළුවන් rename කරගන්න, right? Then press enter. Simply you can create a folder and rename that one, right? Okay, if you want to get the more details about the file or folder, simply you can press Alt Enter to get the properties of the relevant folder or file, right? Then the other one, right? What is the short key for copying something? මොනවද copy කරන්න තියෙන short key එක මොකක්ද?
Control C.
Yes, Control C තමයි අපි copy කරන්න, copying purpose එකට පාවිච්චි කරන්න. I'm not going to teach you the word, right? But I'm here to explain some short keys regarding the use of some applications, right? Okay, I will get a paragraph to this Word document, right? Simply you can get a paragraph into the Word document, right? For practicing, right? Simply you can type rand and open and close bracket, right? Then press enter. You can get automatically this kind of paragraph, right? Then you can do some practices using the Word, right? Okay. If I need to selecting purpose එක අපි select කරන්න ඕනේ මොන හරි දෙයක් කරන්න නම් bold කරන්න නම් italic කරන්න නම් font type වෙනස් කරන්න නම් first you should select, right? To selecting purposes, if it is a word, you can simply double click on that word, right? Double click කරපු ගමන් select කරන්න පුළුවන් එක තනි වචනයක් නම්, right? If it is a sentence, then you can double click on that. Sorry, triple click on that. Triple click කරොත් ඔයාලට පුළුවන් paragraph එකක් select කරගන්න. මෙන්න මේ විදිහට. Right? If you need to select the whole document, simply you can press Control A. Right? Control A press කරන්න පුළුවන් ඔයාලට සරලවම ගන්න මේ whole document එකම select කරන්න. Right? Okay. These are the selecting techniques. Right? Select කරන්න තියෙන technique. තනි වචනයක් නම් mouse එක double click කරන්න. Paragraph එකක් select කරගන්න නම් triple click කරන්න. මෙන්න මේ විදිහට cursor එක තියලා අදාළ paragraph එකේ. Right? You can triple click on that. Right? Simply you can select the paragraph. If you need to select the whole paragraph, then press Control A. Right? To copy something, right? First you need to select that part and then press Control C to copy that one. Right? Control C. And then place the cursor where you need to paste that one. Right? Then simply you can press Control V to paste that copying paragraph. Right? Control V to paste. Right? Okay. If you need to undo, right? If you want to do the undo purpose, right? අපි කර කර හිටපු වැඩේ අනිත් පැත්තට මත මුල් හිටපු තැනට යන්න ඕන නම් you can press Control Z. Right? Simply you can press Control Z to move backward. Yes. Right? Okay. Then other than that, you can use arrow keys in keyboard. Keyboard එකේ arrow keys තියෙනවා කීපයක්. හතර පැත්තට තියෙනවා left, right, up and down. Right? To move inside the application, right? Word doc or Excel or any other software, you can use likewise your arrow keys in your keyboard, right? If you move into the left, you can use left key or right key or up and down, likewise, right? So control. And the other one is, if you want to open the file manager, right? ඔගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ මෙන්න මේ විදිහට එක්ක this PC එක හොයන්න යන්න ඕනේ. එක්ක මේ icon එක උඩ double click කරන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් Word document එක close කරලා file එකක් open කරන්න file manager හොයා ගන්න ඕනේ. But simply you can press Windows marker and E to open File Explorer. Right? Windows icon එක තියෙන keyboard එකේ අර කොටු හතරක් පෙන්නන්නේ. අන්නේ Windows icon එකයි E අකුරයි press කරන්න. Simply you can open File Explorer. Right? Okay. Also, you can close these File Explorers using the support of Control W. Control එකයි W එකයි use කරලා මේවා හරි ලේසියෙන් ඔයාලට close කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Word එකත් එහෙමයි close කරන්න පුළුවන්. It asking, do you want to save this document? I don't want to save. Right? So I can close the document. Right? These are the some important short keys that you should know. Right? Likewise, you can learn some short keys in near future, right? With the learning purpose of the application software, Excel, Word, right? Access, likewise. Okay. These are the things I plan to conduct for today's session, right? So it's time to wind up the session. Do you have any doubt or any question regarding today's session? මම short keys ටික ඔක්කොම slide එකට දාලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒකට ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මේකම තමයි upload වෙන්නේ. Already uploaded නේ document එක. Right. Okay. I think you don't have any doubts or questions, right? තේරුණාද කරපු session එක? Okay, the full session එකක් ඉවරයි ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ. 2 days we complete a session and computer software and operating system lesson, right? Is it clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay. If yes, then wind up the session and thank you everyone for your support, right? It's very pleasure to me, right, to conduct the session with the support of your prompt responses, right? Okay. Then let's meet on another day, right? Until then, stay safe and good night, everyone.
Good night, ma'am. Good night.
Thank you
Good
so
night.
much.